Alright, so let's go ahead and see here. So move that. Come on. I also have a new version of my emulator that I do need to actually set up, but I've been too lazy. Which one was it? There it is. I'm pretty sure this was the bad one. Like 98% sure. Boy, this opening really gets you amped just to like be a part of this game.
Beryl? I was thinking we should get started soon.
Tron Bon? No.
Hard to believe it's been 10 years since your daughter and son-in-law were lost here.
What were they thinking? Leaving their daughter behind?
Yep.
Going to such a dangerous place? Are you sure you won't change your mind? Are you still determined to go back there?
It's too late to turn back now. I've spent my entire life working toward this. I can't turn back.
Mr. Werner von Blucher? Mr. Werner von Blucher?
That
Please
time
report to
already?
Central Hall.
Well, then I'll go on ahead, all right?
Mr. Werner von Blucher? Mr. Werner von Blucher? Please report to Central
I guess
Hall.
Roll decided not to come.
Oh, yes. She's a little upset at the thought of someone finding the mother lode before she does. After all, she's been looking for it all her life.
I've always been fond of Roll, you know that. But all's fair in love and war.
Also, I do have to say the sprite work or the polygon work and the textures really are like early PS2 quality. I mean, when PS2 started putting in like some decent high quality stuff, this was, yeah.
Nothing to report, sir.
Keep your eyes wide open.
I mean, you can see the
Show up, I want them taken care of immediately.
the shading going on in the graphics instead of single color or like pixel by pixel,
You have to call so many reporters.
like the buttons on his coat
The more the merrier, wouldn't you agree?
and his beard.
You never change, do you? Just try not to make a fool of yourself or me.
Also, his beard is so well animated for PS1.
Ladies and gentlemen of the press, thank you for your patience. I would like to present to you a brief description of our planned expedition.
Flat crowd. Tron Bon.
Now tell me, just what do you think you're doing here? I thought you had gotten out of the pirate game.
Stuff it, Clyde. Mind your own business. We've got enough problems as it is.
What, did your little department store go under already?
No, it hasn't gone under. We're just a little in the red this month, that's all. Just need a little extra cash to make ends meet.
If you didn't buy only what you like, maybe we wouldn't be in this fix.
Shut your traps. I'm trying to listen to what he's saying.
What did you say, you big tin can? Who do you think you are?
No squabbling till the job's finished. Remember, Teasel?
Teasel.
As I'm sure all of you are aware,
Yeah.
no one has succeeded in landing on the island beyond this tumultuous cloud and lived to tell the tale. No one, that is, except Professor Barrel and myself. 30 years ago, Professor Barrel and I journeyed to that island and returned. Over the years, we've been asked many times what we saw there. We have kept that knowledge to ourselves, but now I intend to give to you the opportunity to see it for yourselves.
We're all gonna die. But yeah, you can really see like with the Tron engine and all the work they put into that stuff, and Mega Man Legends 1, just how much effort they really put into this game. And I liked how they tried to make a unified world. Like all the Capcom games are in somewhat of a unified world, which I think is pretty neat.
Roll, breakfast ready. I made the eggs just the way you like them. Hey, look, it's Gramps. Don't worry, Roll. The mother lode can't be found that easily.
Man, I could go for some eggs and sausage. Not so much the lettuce.
Professor Beryl and myself are confident that the mother lode, which has been sought after by all mankind for numerous generations, does lie buried somewhere on this island.
But first you have to defeat the 8 robot masters.
This ends my presentation. Thank you. And now, are there any questions?
Excuse me, Mr. Blucher?
Yes?
Has your research given you any clue as to what exactly the mother lode might be?
That's a good question. Personally, I believe it to be something of tremendous importance to mankind. Something that will help us better ourselves and the world.
I know.
Perhaps a new energy source, more powerful than our current refractors.
And you, Professor? Tell me, what do you think?
Well, I think... Matilda! You're alive!
That's her! That's the one who stuffed me into that locker!
Has it occurred to you that this great lost treasure might not be what you think it is?
Keep your eyes on her.
What happens to you is no concern of mine. Still, I'll give you this warning. What you call the mother lode is not what you think it might be. No, it's not a treasure at all. It's a catastrophe waiting to happen. Gats!
I truthfully am probably not going to play too much of this. Because Mega Man Legend games are okay. They're not, like, amazing.
Isn't it amazing?
I smell a mighty big treasure, Tron.
Get out of my way, I can't see.
Watch what you're doing. You're trying to get me killed.
A little comic relief helps.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cause such a ruckus. Still, the child must not be allowed to awaken. There's no telling what might happen if she does. Understand? You have been wrong.
A catastrophe? A child? What do you mean, Matilda?
I mean, it kind of sucks because,
Mega Man, did you see that? That woman. She was my mother.
Huh?
But how?
these kind of Mega Man games
My
are
mother didn't
just
do anything like that,
pretty
did
much
she?
gone. They'll never
Let's
make more of
find out.
these.
What?
They'll just
Let's just
keep
go
making the
there and
regular Mega
find
Man
out for
and maybe
ourselves.
Mega Man X.
But
It's the only way to be sure, you know?
I mean, there's a new Mega Man coming out in a few months
you're
anyway.
right. Let's go. I'll get changed, then get the engine started. Can you clean up the dishes for me? Thanks.
Because I know that the last Mega Man Legend games that they were supposed to complete, they just canceled. So now that we're done like a 10-minute opening, so I think this has camera choice. Buster, special attack, jump, special move, turning. Wow, why would you want turning that way? That's awful. Oh, actually. Yeah, because it has strafe. Because this is the third-person shooter one. Yeah, lock on, always on. Special weapon, always on. But Tron Bonne will always live as like the infamous Capcom game that was like underrated, and then people after it came out and copies were limited, people pretty much like swarmed to it. It was hard to get a copy of Misadventures of Tron Bonne.
Hey, Data, you're a kinda in the way, you know?
Hey, I just thought maybe I could help you relax.
Yeah, well, thanks, but could you sit still? Oh!
Yeah, well, Mighty Number 9
Please,
was...
get roll fast.
Boy, Mega Man,
I
I'm disappointed.
I truthfully think people
Braver than this.
were expecting more.
Come on, Mega Man.
Like, I mean, really, at its core, it's basically like the new Strider, but with Mega Man pasted over it.
There. All done. Everything's in working order. At this speed, we should catch up to Gramps any time now.
Boy, that new engine sure is something.
But
Completely different from the old one.
I think
Well, it was expensive,
Mega Man
but
3
it's
pretty
okay.
much got scrapped because I'm pretty sure the time at which Mega Man 3 was about to come out, Capcom was not doing well. I think they just had trouble evolving.
Data, it's almost lunchtime. Can you get
I mean,
anything
now
ready?
they're a pretty big name, but at that point, like the PS2 transition, I don't think Capcom was prepared to
Mega Man,
really do more. I think they spent so much money on late PS1 games that they
I
just
was thinking,
had trouble.
what would I do if they find the mother lode? I guess I got a little scared.
Scared? Why?
I've been searching for the mother lode because I thought if I found it, I'd be able to see my parents again.
Although,
I guess
the only sad part is this game doesn't have Dr. Wowie.
I've got to accept reality. Face the facts. They are gone. Both of them are gone.
Which at some point I'm going to splurge and do Mega Man 8 and X4 all the way through.
When you said we should go see
Yeah.
for ourselves, I remembered something my mother told me a long time ago. She said a digger should never give up hope.
Well, because, like,
Right.
a digger should never give up hope.
Mom,
Dangerous
and my
role.
dad, and the mother lode.
Well, yeah, that's when they did Monster Hunter that didn't...
That's the spirit.
It received good reviews but didn't sell well. And then they had...
Anyway, Mega Man, what should we do once we catch up
Oh
with
god,
Grand
what's that
Chef?
other... There's another game.
I'm really sorry, Mega Man. I needed to upgrade
Yeah.
the Flutter.
And most of them were pretty
I'm
bad.
afraid I sold all your equipment. Please forgive me. The Flutter can't get through the winds surrounding Forbidden Island.
Yeah, Chaos
We'll need a
Legion.
special ship if we want
That
to
game
land.
was... That was the
My
garbage one
father
that came
once
out that was
designed
just like an
a
utter
special kind of
failure.
flying ship called a drop ship.
Yeah. I have Gregory Horror Show, but Gregory Horror Show doesn't run. So I'm waiting for a bonus on the emulator that'll actually allow me to play Gregory Horror Show, because apparently it's one of those games that's interesting.
She does look a lot like my mother, but I can't believe
They had some
my
other
own
fighting game
mother
that did really poorly
would do
too.
something like that.
They spent like
I
$2
wonder
million
who she
on some
is.
fighting game and it didn't blow through. They thought it would be the next Marvel vs. Capcom, but it was like a complete failure.
Okay, we can figure out what to do once we get there, right?
Well, because we still have a half an hour of dialogue.
Do you smell something burning?
Let me do this.
Data! I'll go see what's wrong.
Wait, Mega Man, take this with you.
What? What is it?
It's a fire extinguisher. I'll tell you
Was
more
it Fighting
later.
Evolution?
Okay, back me up.
You know how to use your fire fire extinguisher, right?
Let's see. Around that like odd 1994, yeah, Darkstalkers, then the Aliens vs Predator arcade. No, wait, I'm looking way later. Way later. Yeah, 2000. Yeah, 2005 was their big year. Dark Watch, which was a failure. They had Breath of Fire 3, Capcom Fighting Evolution. That's the game because it was only released on Xbox and was terrible. They did come out with Devil May Cry 3, which was great, and Darkstalker: The Night Warriors on PlayStation 2 and PSP. But yeah. Oh no, wait. Yeah, 2005 was the re-release of Capcom Fighting Evolution. Because it didn't do too well in arcade or on PS2. Yeah, Chaos Legion. Dino Crisis 3 on Xbox, which was a huge failure. I actually have a shirt for it, and it was terrible. Let's see. Around that time, they also had, yeah, the Capcom vs. SNK games, a lot of Breath of Fire, Auto Modelista, Beatdown Fists of Vengeance, and yeah. And then that's when they kind of had, until Dead Rising, they didn't have too much. But during that period, they just released so many games, and I think that Mega Man got scrapped because it was just something that was not even lost in the shuffle. It was like they were just bleeding money. Yeah, I really want to play Gregory Horror Show, but Dino Crisis 3 is just like utter shit.
Okay then, good luck. Mission start!
Hey, camera control. Rude. I thought they also had some light gun game or something that they came out with in that time too. I love the automatic lock on. Also might help if you're hitting it. Dino Stalker, yeah, that was fucking garbage. Like, Dino Crisis 1 and 2 were awesome. And it's a shame that Dino Crisis 3 was such a piece of garbage. Yeah. Come on. I like the little monkey running around. But I know around that time they released Monster Hunter, and it was not well received. By critics, they loved it, but I don't think I know a single person who actually played Monster Hunter. People rave about them, but I've played them and they're terrible.
Thank you, Megaman! I thought I was done for! Mission complete! Megaman, we're here! We've caught up with Gramps' ship!
Yeah, RE Survivor and the RE, like the Chronicles and all that stuff.
Although the sulfur bottom's hull
Not
was
the
damaged
Chronicles.
and attacked by a mysterious
The
the damage has been repaired. We expect it to enter the maelstrom surrounding
Outbreak?
Forbidden Island any time. Preparations are complete. The crew ready. The sulfur bottom is gathering speed, preparing to penetrate the cloud of mystery surrounding Forbidden Island.
Yeah.
Following the attack hours ago, we were all asked to disembark and return
I never
to
got it because I didn't like Monster Hunter. They've just released a new one and it's like, who cares? Like, they, I don't know, they're like just obnoxious because like, you have to non-stop grind for things. The enemies have like way too many invincibility frames. Like, half of them are flying. And you can't hit flying enemies unless they're like a certain close to you or you have a specific weapon that can hit them. Like, just fucking stupid. And like trying to get multiplayer to work on those was like the biggest pain in the asshole.
Do it. I mean, we've come this far, right?
Thank you, Baron. All right then, let's go. Main engines online. Main engines online. Set course for the center of the island. Engage.
Yeah.
Looks like they're intent on ignoring my warning.
And like the DS ones, there was one on,
I don't want
there's one or two on DS that were literally like you'd put it in and like a half an hour later you'd have no battery.
The stabilizers on this ship are amazing. You can hardly feel the wind. I'm impressed. Huh?
Unidentified object approaching from above at high speed, sir.
Activate defense grid. No one will stop me. Not now.
I got a bad feeling about this. Bond. Order the Drakes to go to yellow alert and stand by. Ready.
Really, I thought there was one for just regular DS. I know the PSP one is garbage. It's like
Closer.
ugly as hell.
Fire. Now.
And that's mostly because they tried to do like advanced graphics and it didn't work. Although I may be thinking of the PSP one for draining battery like instantaneously.
Engines offline. She's out of control. Emergency escape pod launch mechanism damaged.
What?
Now you've really done it.
Apologies, Mistress Yuna. You should retreat.
They probably won't crash for a while at least. I'd hoped to stop them before they got this far.
Roll! The sulfur bomb is being sucked into that storm!
Gramps!
What should we do?
We can't take the flutter in there. And we're almost out of fuel. We'll have to set down on a nearby island. We can figure out what to do then.
Let's see. Yeah, Monster Hunter. There we go. Okay. Yeah, so it was the PSP and 3DS, yeah. Which was around 2004, right? No, because that was in the original one released on PlayStation 2. Garbage. Why are you being stupid? There we go. Alright, well, let's go to the Forbidden Land. Man, this is like a Sonic the Hedgehog game if you don't press start. Like Sonic the Hedgehog games, all the 3D Sonic the Hedgehog games have like a half an hour of talking before you even get to anything remotely interesting. No. Welcome to town. Even though the game's dreadful, I loved the stabs at JRPGs that Chrono Cross did. Chrono Cross was one of those like great, terrible JRPG games. It was just like non-stop grinding. Whoa. Oh, I see how it is. You don't want diggers in your shop. I see how it is. I'm gonna get banned from Twitch if I keep making jokes about that. Let's do everything that you want to do, roll. But, I don't know, I mean... Capcom JRPGs are really not that good. I thought you meant stab as in made fun of, but... Okay, don't care about more story. I know they have the Pokemon Tactics game that apparently is really good. I don't mean I'm not too amped for it. Yeah, Breath of Fire. I loved Breath of Fire on SNES, but I didn't really get much chance to play the Breath of Fire on PS1s. But I think that this is pretty much all the Mega Man I can do. Mega Man Legends are good, but man, are they just like a brick wall. I remember playing Legends 1, and it's just a brick wall of what the fuck. But I'm just gonna go ahead and I'll leave a save state in case I ever want to come back to this. But there's a lot of PlayStation games I might get back to. Just do like a Mega Man spree. But as for right now, that's all I'm going to play of this. I mean, you got the idea. If you have a boner for this game, go play it. It's actually a really good game. This one and the first one. But I'm not going to play through them all right now. I actually have to be somewhere in like a half an hour. And I still have to shower.